Hello, hi. Welcome to the new video. Here is the one of the interview which I was attended, and once after completed the interview, I have noted down the questions asked and sharing with you. Okay, and soon I will do a dedicated video regarding the responses also, how to answer or what I was answered. So that response is also for some people very much helpful. Okay, and why I'm sharing this kind of real-time questions was if you are preparing for interviews, it will be very much helpful for you, and also it is kind of revision for me also. Okay, and it's kind of a two-way improvement, and it was the interview for DevSecOps role, and also if you are preparing for any DevSecOps or DevOps or Cloud Ops, Cloud Security, SRE, these kind of interview questions were very much helpful. And and one more thing, this was the interview for one of the big four company, and there are two panel members actually, and the role was DevSecOps, and it was a first technical round. Okay, and without further ado, let's enter into the video. The first question asked was, could you please introduce yourself? And after the introduction, he asked, can you brief on different stages in your pipeline? And then what security tools are you integrated into your pipeline? What kind of vulnerabilities you identified so far? Have you remediate those vulnerabilities and or else recommended to the developers? That is a question. Have you validated false positives and true positives in source code? How do you secure your Jenkins pipeline? What are the steps you will take? The next question was, while running a pipeline, some credentials are exposed in console output. How do you maintain it securely? And the next question was, what is the difference between secrets and environment variables in Jenkins? Which cluster you use for deployment purpose, and how have you deployed the application, and have you used manifest files for deployment? Provide some best practices for Docker file perspective, like Docker file security, maintaining security part. What kind of security do you implemented in Docker, and what kind of vulnerabilities do you found in Docker file scan? And have you provided the recommendation to developers in security? What is SBOM? What is the difference between SCA and SBOM? Yeah, these are the, till 17th question, the first panel member was asked, and the second panel was asked from 18th question. Okay, so if you see, the first person majorly focused on Docker scan and Jenkins, and security implementation in Jenkins, and vulnerabilities related, false positives, or mostly regarding that only. I think that is the from first interviewer, and the second interviewer starts from 18. What is the difference between DevOps and DevSecOps? How long you are into a DevSecOps, and what exactly your roles? What dashed tool have you used, and how you integrated into a pipeline? Have you performed vulnerability triage? That means vulnerability like fixing or suggestion to your developer, like that thing. Okay. How to integrate Fortify dashed into a pipeline? If application team facing a issue in scanning the application using from UI any of the application, now they will reach out to whom, like whether a DevOps guy, you, or else security team, like what exactly the process, he asked. Have you tried any server side forgery? It's regarding the vulnerability. And in the pipeline, the scan the scan failure is happened. What you will check first, and where you will check, what exactly the steps you will take. What possible causes of pipeline failure? Have you experienced any, can you tell some real-time pipeline causes have you faced? And the final question was, do you have any questions? I primarily ask about the team structure and the, what is the sector of the project. Okay. I think these are the questions asked in this particular interview, and yeah, need to look for further update. If anything is there, definitely I will share with you. And whenever you are preparing, a small kind of suggestion from my end, or else a kind of input from my end. Mostly be specific and prepared for the job description. Okay, why? Because they majorly focus on that only. Let's say if you are covering 95% and 5% is missing, so they will focus on that 5% only. We are looking for this kind of guy along with this 5%, that means 100% guy, like that they will say. Okay, so at the end you will get kind of experience and new exposure and new learning. Okay, and yeah, definitely you will get succeeded in not only that, in furthermore also. Okay, if you are be prepared, confident, and yeah, that's it from my end, and I will meet you in another video. Till that, stay tuned and have a great learning, and all the best for your learning as well as further interviews.